Countdown has begun. So it's Brown, Princeton, California, Harvard, Washington, and BU in the run for the medals. And they're off. Well, we'll tell you one thing, the coxswains are excited about this because it's the loudest we've heard all day. And in the middle of the course, it's Cal, Harvard, and Washington poking their noses out in front. Cal by a foot over Washington, Washington by 2 feet over Harvard. Then it's about 3 seats back to Princeton and Brown, and another seat back to Boston University. California now surges toward the lead. California puts about a deck on Harvard and Washington. It's California now by about 3 seats over Harvard. Harvard by 1 seat over both Brown and Washington, and then 2 more seats back to BU and Princeton. 300 meters in, it's California rowing 38 with 2 seats over Harvard. Harvard's beginning a counterattack, as is Washington. It's Harvard 1 seat down to Cal now, with Washington still at 39, a seat and a half behind Harvard as we cross 500. Little bobble in that Washington boat now has cost them about a seat and a half. It's California by a seat over Harvard. Then it's 3 seats back to Washington, 1 more seat back to Boston University. Boston University with 3 seats on Brown, and Brown with 2 on Princeton. California holding on to 2-seat lead over Harvard. About 700 meters into this race, the Cal coxswain looks over at Harvard. Do they have something up their sleeve for the next few strokes? Cal's at 35, 36, and their lead over Harvard is now about 3 seats. Harvard in second place. Harvard now with about 5 seats over Washington. It's BU drawing level with Washington and about a half a length back to Brown, and then another seat to Princeton. So it's Harvard charging but unable right now to dent that margin of about 3 to 4 seats as we approach the 1,000. So Cal will go through the 1,000 as your leader, Harvard in close pursuit, and BU challenging Washington for the bronze. Fred, what do you think? Great second half coming up?
Oh, I should say indeed. Cal beginning to stretch it out a little bit. 2:43 to the 1,000 unofficially, and we're hearing some screams on the inside here from Bruno and Princeton who want to get back in the party. Cal looks very smooth and under control, but Harvard is patient too, as is Washington. And on the outside, Boston University is having a really good row, and they're right in there in the 4th spot. Cal, about 7-8 seats now on Harvard. This is the real deal. We've been hearing about this California crew all season, how they've been really managing everybody out there on the West Coast, and they look strong. 36 for Cal. Look very much in control as they almost have 9 seats on Harvard. Washington still in 3rd, being challenged by Boston University on the far side in lane 6. Then it would come over to Princeton, has a seat on Brown. Harvard 37 is going to have to go if they want to catch this California crew. And Washington having a good row as well. Still in third place, bow on 2-man of the Harvard crew. 4:07, a screaming time to the 1,500 by the California Pups. One of the best California pup crews we've seen in quite a while. They really throw open, put the legs down and throw open the backs, having a nice row and a good development on the far side. Washington coming up to almost level with Harvard, and the Terriers coming with them, just a couple seats back. We'll check the ratings here and see who has what left in the bank. Harvard at 39 now, and Washington Washington almost catching Harvard. Washington stroke for Harvard. Washington ahead of Harvard now. Washington in second, coming up on Cal. California looks unstoppable at this point, but Washington really sprinting it out. And the Terriers having a great row in fourth. Princeton a disappointing fifth at this point, and Bruno in sixth. Washington coming up again. Cal looks machine-like though. Beautiful rowing, absolutely stunning rowing by California as they will win this freshman event over Washington taking the silver, Harvard taking bronze, then very close, Princeton having a great sprint here, very close for fourth. Princeton and BU unofficially 5:35 for the Golden Bears. That is a remarkable performance by a freshman crew. California exulting in what they had hoped would be a perfect season, splashing about, very excited, national champions for 2011.
7, Igor Lukic. Stroke, Luka Dordovic. And the coxswain, Colby Rapson. Congratulations to the University of California. Freshman 8, this year's gold medal winner. Freshman 8.